So we've talked about savings, we've talked about, so yeah, annuity. It's like a regular payment or a regular stock. Okay, so, sorry, I was hoping that was in yesterday's note, maybe not, but annuity is just something that happens on a regular time. So these questions you may have noticed in yesterday's and in today's, we're talking about, like, for example, Matt will deal with $100 every week. It's the same amount always, okay? So these equations will work out beautifully as long as nothing changes, okay? When things do change, that's when it goes to level 4 difficulty question, which we'll get to today, how to deal with those, okay? So an annuity is something that's either paid, borrowed, or paid on the exact same amount every time. So it says here, this is used when you're borrowing money. Okay, I hope you never have to borrow money in your life. But we'll talk about tomorrow how to deal with it when you do. So if you guys are all independently wealthy, but in reality, people buy or borrow all the time. We're going to say, well, here's the equation, PV formula. By the way, you do have to memorize all these equations, and I'll give you the list of them today. Right now, the PV formula is this one. PV equals R, 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. Now, if you do these questions tonight for homework that I give you, this will stick with you because you'll have done 6 questions again, and it'll stick in. So again, the one for PV, the one this is different, so there's 2 negatives in there, that's what I always used to remember. As usual, PV is present value. That's going to be amount borrowed. R is going to be a regular deposit. I is going to be interest. And N is going to be time. I'm just going to do a quick little chart on the next page for all the equations and when you use them each. I'll give you a second to write that down. Okay, that is a 1. If you can't read my printing, I'll read it out. It says PV equals R square bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket to the negative n, all divided by I. Okay. I'm going to do a listing right now, once we give you a second to scribble, of the 3 money equations and when you use each one of them. Good? Sort of? I'll just come back, I hope, a little bit. Let's give you line of Indian out, that's good.
I was talking to Nate yesterday, and he said that you gave them formulas.
For the final exam, I gave them.
Are you going to give it?
For the final exam, definitely. For the midterm of the final exam, yeah. But for your test, you got to memorize them for the midterm. So for the test, you get to memorize everything. You will get a formula sheet though for the midterm of the final exam. It gives you everything. So I just want you to spout out everything. We'll talk to the midterm next week. So here's when do I use each equation? That's the hard part. Do you want an example of this first, or do you want the when do I use each one first? When do I use each equation? Okay, we're going to start with pain, which the equation is A equals P 1 plus I to the n. This is used for a single deposit. No paying each week, month, etc. My example will be I have 25,000. When will it be 50,000? Okay, so for that pain equation, what it's meant to be used for is for if you know the beginning value and the end value of it. Like there's no changes, there's nothing that's added or subtracted in the middle. Okay, right, so what you're gonna say is that one is I have 25,000, I put it in a bank for 5 years, how much will it be? When will it be 50,000? Next equation is going to be rain, which is A equals R 1 plus I to the n minus 1 all over I. This is for regular savings. The key word is saves blank each week. Right, so as soon as you hear the word I save money each week, each month, each year, I'm not here to trip you up on wordage in this unit, okay? In some units I am, but not this one. It's just going to be Taylor saves up $30 each week for 25 years. How much will he have? As soon as you hear the word saves each week, that's going to be rain. And if you look at all the questions from the homework last night, they were worded exactly the same like that. If you look at my warm-up today, they were worded like that, like Max saves $100 each week. That's the key word to that. Okay. Finally, our third one, sorry, I'm going through quickly. I'll give you guys a chance to scribble this in a sec. Finally is PV, which is our new one. PV equals R1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. The key words are going to be borrows, initial value, please stop texting, sorry, that's my keyword, that's just a life lesson, and mortgage, and we're going and pays back on a regular basis. Okay, so just to summarize there, as you guys are scribbling, I'll get out of the way here. Those are 3 equations with 3 summaries right there. So pain is going to be A equals P1 plus I to the n. That's when you can know the beginning and the end value. Okay, the beginning value is P, the ending value is A. It's going to be like I have a house that's worth $300,000. I hear on the news it goes up by 5%. When will it be worth $1 million? Right, that sort of question. Then rain is the next one. A equals R bracket 1 plus I to the n minus 1 all over I. That's for regular savings. That's the key word for that is going to be I save $20 each month. Right, that's what we got. Third one is PV, which is PV equals R 1 minus 1 plus I to the negative n all over I. The key words are borrows, initial value, and mortgage. I don't know what a mortgage is here while I'm. What's a mortgage? Sort of. Sort of. It's something bigger though. What's when somebody says I take a mortgage? What's a mortgage for? It's like a house loan. That's a mortgage is a house loan. Here's a little joke here. Anyone here know French? What does mortgage mean? I'll say. Death. Okay. So basically, taking a mortgage or paying until you die on your house. Now we'll get around that, and that's not a joke. That's really where mortgage comes from. Okay. But we'll deal with how to avoid that tomorrow. Okay. Don't be sad. You will not be paying until you die. You will be paying well before that. Okay. Those are the 3 sort of big things, and that's the thing that's tricky. This unit is easy when I do here's 10 pain questions, here's 10 rain questions, here's 10 PV questions. It's really easy to sub it in the equation. But when you look at your assignment and on your test and all that, if you don't know which one to use on your test, for the cost of 1 mark, I can show you the right way. Okay, I hope I will not have to though. Okay, but that's what the cost is going to be on your test. Yes.
How many questions on the test?
Not that many. I think there's 8. I think there's, well, the thing is, yeah, I'll give you your assignment here once I do a few questions, right? But it's going to look a lot like this. There's a lot of word problems on the assignment, but they're all like the last few nights homework. If it's a word problem, it's like every example we do here. Okay, and then there's a few exponent simplifying. Okay, let's do a few examples here. Are we ready on this? Okay, I'm going to hit pause on the video, I think. Guys, put their heads